Once, this was a river. Now, it's a floating landfill site. During the wet season, this rubbish is washed away from illegal dumping sites along the Drina River in Bosnia Herzegovina and into its tributaries in Serbia and Montenegro. The drifting waste is eventually stopped by a fragile floating barrier near the town of Visegrad. Bosnian environmental activist Dejan Fortula has spent more than a decade assessing this ecological disaster.
This pollution has a huge impact on the local biodiversity. Microplastics are absorbed by the same fish that we also eat. We lack operational recycling infrastructures. Once collected, this garbage is simply burnt at the municipality's disposal facility, and then residents are forced to breathe the gases emitted by the burning process.
We went back to the same spot after heavy rain overnight. What we found was that the unreliable floating barrier had collapsed for the second time since January. Garbage continued to freely drift downstream.
This is a refrigerator or something like that. Yesterday there was 6 or 7 refrigerators in the water. As we can see, the cable was breaked and now it's only one. Few of them must go down to the facility of the hydropower plants. Every year we're facing this situation with the floating waste.
A second barrier was installed 2 kilometres downstream to prevent the rubbish from slowing down operations at the local hydroelectric dam. Every year, between 6,000 and 8,000 cubic metres of floating waste are collected here.
The volume is such that we were forced to open a brand new unit for cleaning up operations that works together with our own construction department. These operations cost us, depending on the year, between 25,000 and 100,000 euros annually.
Environmentalists condemn the waterways being contaminated for the past 25 years. The 3 countries which border the river are concerned, but blame each other.
What are you expecting from politicians from all countries and all sides?
I expect to do more things because we know last year there was a meeting here in Visegrad with the Ministry of the Ecology of the Montenegro, Bosnia Herzegovina and Serbia, but nothing happened. Almost 2 years have passed away and we are facing again with this problem. I think they will be more aware about our health and the people who live here.
We take this message to the government of Republika Srpska, one of the 2 political entities of Bosnia and Herzegovina. When we show our footage of the river packed in plastic and waste, the Assistant Minister of Ecology blamed the impasse on inefficient regional cooperation. Asked why the country itself is not already implementing the European environmental legislation adopted so far, she points out a lack of resources.
You have to enable people to properly manage waste with adequate means. According to some estimates, only 60 to 70% of our territory is properly equipped with infrastructures to responsibly handle this plastic rubbish. We do indeed need to increase the coverage of organised garbage collection in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
This pollution problem is equally criticised across the border in Serbia. On the Lim River, one of the Drina River's main tributaries upstream, we met environmental activist Shinisa Lakovic. He usually organises rafting activities on these waters, but lately he's been busier cleaning them up.
This is indeed a regional problem. We found good proof of it among the 12,000 cubic metres of floating litter we recently cleaned up here. We recovered this ball, which had the logo of the Montenegro Football Federation and the signatures of their national team players. If it hadn't been stopped, this ball would have drifted from Montenegro to here, the Lim River in Serbia, and further away to the Drina River in Bosnia, then the Sivija River, and it could have ended up in the Danube in Belgrade.
15 kilometres upstream, Shanisa takes us to the very source of this environmental catastrophe. This is the largest illegal landfill around, but it's not the only one. Local NGOs estimate there are 5 municipalities in Montenegro, 2 in Serbia and 1 in Bosnia and Herzegovina, which have illegal dump sites along the Lim River.
I think penalties would give results. If everybody who actually throws refuse away were punished and fined, that would help raise awareness and educate people about the issue. People would understand that we are doing this not just for ourselves, but also for the future of our children and grandchildren.
In Belgrade, we met the Serbian Minister for Environmental Protection. She acknowledged it's urgent to control illegal landfills and promised to speed up their cleaning operations, while asking for more time to find lasting solutions.
What is important for Serbia is that this year we will start planning for waste recycling centres in 8 regions in the country. Funding from loans has already been provided and documentation has been intensively prepared.
While waiting for effective solutions to take hold, residents see themselves trapped by an endless multilateral deadlock. As a child, Edita often came to the Lim River for leisure weekends with her parents. Now this 28-year-old finance advisor says it pains her to bring her son here.
Well, I would like to make this place memorable for my son also. I would like him to be able to come here on weekends, to swim here, to catch fishes with his grandfather. We would like to make it possible, so we need a solution as soon as possible.